Every single second, billions of people rely on technologies that were created, designed, or powered by the United States of America. I mean, think about it. The smartphone resting in your hand right now, the internet connecting our entire planet, artificial intelligence, modern computers, GPS satellites, advanced fighter jets, space exploration. For decades, America has held an absolute iron grip, essentially dominating the technological world with unchallenged authority.
But then, something shifted. Right beneath the surface, a profound change is happening. Across the globe, new, immensely powerful nations are rising up, and they are violently disrupting this long-held balance of power.
There's a quote that frames this perfectly. A battle not fought with tanks, but with algorithms, microchips, robots, and artificial intelligence. The world has officially entered a technological war unlike anything we've ever seen in modern history. The stakes? Well, they literally could not be higher. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're going to unpack exactly why America became the undisputed king of technology, which countries are aggressively competing against it, and ultimately, who might just control the future of humanity itself.
All right, let's start with Section 1, the reigning tech king, why America leads the world.
You see, America didn't just wake up one day as a global tech superpower. That dominance was meticulously built, brick by brick over generations. Post-World War II, the United States emerged as the absolute strongest economy on Earth, armed with something crucial, the total freedom to innovate. They poured staggering amounts of wealth into elite universities, advanced research labs, and top-tier military science. This massive ecosystem birthed Silicon Valley. It became the undeniable epicenter of human innovation, giving us giants like Apple, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and OpenAI, companies that quite literally re-engineered human civilization. But here's the thing, America's ultimate secret weapon isn't just massive piles of money, it's the talent ecosystem. The US has this completely unparalleled ability to attract the absolute smartest minds from every corner of the globe. You've got top-tier scientists, engineers, and researchers flooding into places like MIT, Stanford, and Harvard. When you combine that incredibly dense global brain trust with massive military funding, which, by the way, is what gave us the internet, GPS, and stealth systems, you get the most powerful technological engine in human history. But what happened next shocked experts. The undisputed king? Yeah, they aren't running the track alone anymore. The challenges are closing the gap, and let me tell you, they are doing it with terrifying speed. Which brings us to Section 2, the ultimate rival, China's technological rise. If there is a single nation that genuinely demands America's full attention right now, it's China. In a remarkably condensed 30-year window, a blink of an eye in historical terms, China evolved from a standard global manufacturing hub directly into a premier technological superpower. It's fascinating to compare the two titans. While America's ecosystem thrives on groundbreaking, foundational innovation and global influence, China's absolute greatest weapon is unprecedented speed combined with massive scale. They are rolling out gigantic AI systems and mega projects in the exact amount of time it takes other nations to just sit around drafting the blueprints. Just consider their immediate tech frontiers. Right now, China outright leads the world in high-speed rail, smart infrastructure, surveillance AI, battery tech, and drone manufacturing. We're talking about incredibly aggressive global competitors like Huawei, BYD, and DJI. Now, to be totally objective here, it's important to note that China does face some critical vulnerabilities. They have a really heavy dependency on advanced foreign microchips, we're dealing with strict US trade restrictions, and there are global trust issues surrounding censorship. But make no mistake about it, with massive government backing, China remains the single most intense rival to American dominance. Now, let's pivot to Section 3. The hardware masters, precision and power in Asia. Because listen, this war isn't just fought in the cloud with software and code. If you actually want to control the digital world, you absolutely must build the physical architecture it lives on. Enter Japan. Rising from the sheer destruction of World War II, this nation completely rebuilt itself into one of the most sophisticated, high-tech societies on Earth. They pioneered modern electronics, automation, and automotive tech through legendary companies like Sony, Toyota, and Panasonic. Their core advantage: utter legendary precision. To this day, Japan firmly holds its ground as a global titan in industrial robotics, AI-assisted manufacturing, and advanced sensory technology. 2. I want you to remember that number. 2. That is the exact number of companies from our next nation that effectively control the lifeblood of the modern world. We are talking about South Korea, and those two absolute giants are Samsung and SK Hynix. The crucial takeaway here is stark. South Korea dominates the global semiconductor industry. And without these specific microchips, modern civilization quite literally stops dead in its tracks. Your phone, AI data centers, advanced military defense systems, electric cars, every single one of them goes completely dark without South Korean hardware. Think of the strategic layout in Asia almost like a tactical military intelligence overlay. On one flank, you have Japan, completely cornering the market on hyper-precision, robotics, and sensors. On the other flank, South Korea holds an absolute vice grip on critical components like semiconductors, 5G networks, and display tech. Working in parallel, these two nations essentially dictate the entire global supply chain of the physical hardware required to fight this tech war.
Moving over to Section 4, Engineering and Digital Giants, Germany and India.
Because honestly, no one really expected the battlefront to be quite this wide. Shifting our focus entirely away from East Asia, we have to look toward the European master of heavy industrial power, Germany. Now, Germany dominates a completely different but equally vital sector of technology, advanced industrial engineering. Their ultimate strength? Unmatched bulletproof reliability. German systems are quite simply engineered to last forever. Through absolute powerhouses like Siemens, BMW, and Bosch, German engineering quietly but forcefully runs the modern world. They're the ones building the highly advanced factories, the automation systems, and the heavy industrial machinery that keeps global industry actually breathing. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, India is triggering an explosive digital revolution of its own. Their ultimate weapon in this fight? A truly staggering surge of fresh digital talent. India is pumping out millions of highly skilled new engineers and programmers, and they are rapidly becoming the absolute software backbone for major global tech companies. Between surging AI startups, an exploding fintech sector, and highly advanced space technology programs, giants like Infosys and Tata Consultancy Services are rapidly securing India's position as one of the fastest rising and significantly youngest tech powers on Earth. Actually, let's just pause for a second. Let that sink in. Absolutely no one expected the sheer, terrifying scale of this global competition. We are watching multiple distinct superpowers, each holding a totally irreplaceable piece of the global technological puzzle, accelerating at absolute breakneck speeds. Which brings us to our final act. Section 5, the future of humanity, the ultimate stakes. You have to understand, this is no longer just some corporate battle over quarterly profit margins or who sells the most smartphones. No, we are talking about the literal future of human civilization. Whoever controls the technological infrastructure of tomorrow controls human destiny. Just trace the trajectory over the next 2 decades. Right now, in the present moment, the global AI race is intensifying by the hour. In the near future, we're looking at advanced robotics and profound human-machine integration that will completely redefine what work even means. Pushing into the mid-future, quantum computing breakthroughs are going to completely shatter our current understanding of data, encryption, and global security. And in the far future, this race inevitably extends into the stars with serious space colonization initiatives. This is the timeline these nations are violently fighting to command. To really wrap up the incredible array of forces we've explored in this explainer, just consider the challenger's arsenal. You have the USA, armed to the teeth with unmatched foundational innovation and AI dominance. You have China, bringing terrifying, unprecedented scale and speed. Japan, wielding legendary, flawless precision. South Korea, controlling the absolute vital lifeblood of semiconductors. And Germany, locking down ultra-reliable industrial engineering. The challengers are formidable, and every single one of them is armed with a distinct, critical strength. So, the ultimate question remains, and it's a heavy one. Who will actually lead the future of humanity? Will America manage to maintain its reign as the undisputed king of technology by continuously leveraging its incredible talent ecosystem? Or will the sheer unstoppable speed of China, the absolute hardware dominance of Asia, or the raw engineering might of Europe and India rise up to claim the throne? The future is literally being built right now, today. Weigh the massive forces at play, think about the incredibly high stakes, and consider for yourself which global superpower will truly dictate the next chapter of human history.